1 Corinthians chapter 13, the excellence of love. If I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love for others, growing out of God's love for me, then I have become only a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal, just as an annoying distraction. And if I have the gift of prophecy and speak a new message from God to the people, and understand all mysteries and possess all knowledge, and if I have all sufficient faith so that I can remove mountains, but do not have love reaching out to others, then I am nothing. If I give all my possessions to feed the poor, and if I surrender my body to be burned, but do not have love, it does me no good at all. Love endures with patience and serenity. Love is kind and thoughtful, and is not jealous or envious. Love does not brag, and is not proud or arrogant. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not provoked, nor overly sensitive and easily angered. It does not take into account a wrong endured. It does not rejoice at injustice, but rejoices with the truth when right and truth prevail. Love bears all things, regardless of whatever comes. It believes all things, looking for the best in each one. It hopes all things, remaining steadfast during difficult times. And it endures all things without weakening. This is not just speaking of, like sometimes you read this and you think of like marriage and people, but it's concerning everybody. A work relationship, a child relationship, a relationship in the church, right? We want to hope all things. Love never fails. It never fades nor ends. But as for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they'll cease. And as for gifts of special knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part and we prophesy in part. For our knowledge is fragmentary and incomplete. We only see a tiny fraction of everything. When we're going through difficult times and we're seeing things happening, we only see a little part of life. We don't see the whole picture. So we have to remember to persevere and love through all those times. But when that which is complete and perfect comes, that which is incomplete and partial will pass away. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I did away with childish things. For now, in this time of imperfection, we see in a mirror dimly, a blurred reflection, a riddle, an enigma. But then, when the time of perfection comes, we will see reality face to face. Now I know in part, just in fragments, but then I will know fully, just as I have been fully known by God. And now there remains faith, which is abiding trust in God and His promise, hope, confident expectation of eternal salvation, and love, unselfish love for others, growing out of God's love for me. These three, the choicest graces, but the greatest of these is love. That's a good chapter to read through, because especially when you're going through things or you have anger towards people or maybe unforgiveness or just frustration, it's good to read that and just be, okay, I know what I'm supposed to have. I'm supposed to have some love in there. This is your daily Bible chapter reading God's Word Monday through Friday. See you tomorrow.